Welcome back, my friends. We've gone through the intro on the Simplicity kit. Now the trick is to get the film from the camera, load it into the Patterson tank and reels. Now I have a tip for you on this, and it's an interesting one, and it'll save you some time and effort. You've completed shooting 36 shots. This will no longer advance. So you've got 36 exposed frames. That film is now over here on the take-up spool. So what you need to do is get it back into the cassette, or at least partway into the cassette. Push the release button here on the bottom of the camera. Counterclockwise, rewind the film. Now, as you're doing this, I want you to keep a sharp ear as the film comes off the take-up spool over here. As soon as you hear a few little clicks and the tension releases on here, stop immediately, right there. Okay? Now, when you open the camera, the cassette is exactly as it was when you loaded it with the leader tang on it. And this is now in daylight. Now, what I'm going to suggest to you is this, that for your first roll of film, because we are tactile and oriented, but also visually oriented, it is what I recommend is that you're going to pull out some extra film and perhaps lose 3 frames of film so that you can begin loading the film onto the reel and you can see what you're doing. No harm is being done. Only do that maybe for the first two rolls of film. So that way when you are either in a changing bag or you're in a darkened room, it'll be more or less second nature to you. So that's what I recommend. Now, if you rolled it all the way back into the cassette, no big deal. The only difference is that when you now use a pop cap opener to pry off this lid here to remove the film on its spool, it's going to be loose. But more importantly, all of this has to be done in complete darkness. Whereas here, we are in daylight, which has some real advantages for us when we begin to thread this film onto this reel. Okay, my friends. We now have the film 35mm roll of HP5 safely loaded in the Patterson tank. Everything now is in daylight, and so the next segment that we will do will be mixing up the chemistry from the Simplicity kit, and then we're going to get our fingers a little bit wet. The fun continues. See you in the next episode.